Have you ever heard about the foul-faced killer? Apparently, there's been a string of serial killings all over the country that link back to a guy that wears a leather bird mask. The murders all occur within the last 3 months. According to investigators, the majority of the victims are chosen at random. The others were witnesses to his crimes. The killer has a reputation for brutally murdering all 65 of his victims with a baseball bat. In most of the cases, the victims were bludgeoned to death. In other cases, they were strangled with the bat. But then there were the more disturbing cases, in which the killer would create more gruesomely unique ways to use the bat. It started with victim 21, where he choked the victim to death by forcing the handle of the bat down her throat. He's also known for leaving a similar piece of evidence at each crime scene. A single crow feather, all from the same bird. But what I found the most chilling is the location and time that 2 specific killings took place. Victim 47 was killed at 2:35 a.m. on December 19th, 2012, in Cleveland, Ohio. Then, victim 48 was killed at 1:44 a.m. on that same day in Jacksonville, Florida. There's only a 9-minute difference between that two. How could he have possibly traveled across the country in only 9 minutes? Some believe that it's a copycat. Others suggest that it's some kind of cult. But all eyewitnesses' descriptions of the killer were all too similar, meaning there couldn't have been more than one. Now, this has been going on for months, and you're probably wondering why I've just now brought it up. Because I think he's here, in my neighborhood. An hour ago, I was driving home from work, and I decided to take a shortcut down an alley. There was a silhouette standing directly in the middle of the path. It didn't seem unusual at first. I usually saw people out walking on my way home. I slowed down just to give it enough time for it to see me move and move out of the way, but it didn't move. I assumed it didn't notice me, so I just honked my horn. Nothing. It didn't make the slightest movement, or even acknowledge my presence. I was alarmed by this, but against my better judgment, I slowly continued towards the silhouette. As I drew closer, my headlights shined on the figure in the darkness. It was a man, dressed in a black leather coat with a hood placed over his head. I stopped. His hands were tightly wrapped with electrical tape and caked with blood, and in his right hand was a bloody bat. I immediately shifted my car into reverse and screeched out of the alley, but not before he turned his head towards me and I laid eyes on that anonymous mask. It was just like all the witnesses had described. A black leather mask with long opened beak where the nose should be. A studded strap under the chin in each corner of the forehead. His brown eyes glared into mine. Even as I sped off, the eye contact never broke. It made me feel helpless, and I don't know why. I dialed 911 when I got home and I alerted them of the situation. They've been circling the area for a while now. I just wanted to warn everyone in the surrounding area to take extra precautions when locking up their homes tonight. If you own a gun, I suggest you keep it on hand. I've already taken the liberty of locking all my doors and windows, but for some reason, I don't feel any safer. It's odd. I feel like I'm being watched. 66. 66 is not enough. No, 66 is not enough. Still too many. Feathers. Still too many. Not enough. 67. Yes, 67. 67 will be enough. Should be enough. No more feathers. 67. 67. No more feathers left. Need 67. Should be enough. Where is 67?